What's next? We got Madden. What's on my iPod?
Mhm.
Ready to figure out the
music here.
It's working?
No, I can just hear me.
There we go. We got to figure out a good system for your mic. That's our project for the week. So we're waiting for Madden to talk about what's on my iPod. Not my iPod. Madden's iPod. How's everybody doing? Did you guys like that presentation? All right, here's Madden. Hello.
Hey, Liz.
All right. Maddie, cease. Thank you. Yeah, we can hear you. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. So learning.
Welcome.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So you're talking about what's on your iPod.
Yeah, I can talk about that. And then I thought maybe too, I could even if you can let me screen share, I
Yeah.
can screen share my iTunes library.
Yes, you should have screen share permissions whenever you
Okay, and
want
then
them.
maybe we can even listen to something.
Yeah.
Would that work if I share my audio?
Yeah.
It might. We're going to be learning about iTunes and Zoom. Okay. So I just talk?
Yeah, go for it. I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. So I have a couple iPods. This one's got my whole library on it. I was listening to Gene Clark. Can't get it to focus. This is my iPod Classic. It's in a wallet case. It's about the size of a cassette tape and it doesn't fit in any of my back pockets. So it's useless as a wallet, but I could use it as one day. But I also have, so I use that for like all of my stuff because this is boosted. So I bought this from an iPod refurbisher in Kansas named Dave, not to be confused with David, who's a different iPod refurbisher. And it has a 3000 mega amp battery. So the battery will last several weeks. You could put it on and just listen to several weeks of music straight through, but it also had, you know how the iPods had like hard drives that if you dropped them, it'd wipe all your music and it was terrible? Not here, not this. This has this thing called iFlash, which they got the hard drive and then they put in this converter and then they could just put an SD card. And with the like computer, the logic board in it, it can hold about 256 gigabytes before it starts to freak out. So
that's so cool.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. So thanks, Dave from eBay. But this is a little cumbersome because if you're just on the computer, I connect my iPod to my car with Subaru iPod Connect, which is a part of the ones that don't have Bluetooth, which my car does not have. And you plug it in, but you can't like peruse the iPod because that's distracted driving. It just gives you a Subaru logo on the screen and it says it's okay to connect. And then but then my car has this tiny screen with the little buttons, like the little stereo buttons, and I just have to scroll through and pick the music that way. But if you have, like I do, thousands and thousands of artists and songs, that's not super convenient. So I also have this refurbished iPod, which is this is my going out iPod. So when I'm at home and I can really have a discriminating palette and I can spend time choosing, I use this one. But when I go out, I go in my car and it's on a carabiner.
Oh my god.
This is my iPod Nano. I haven't gone out, so the battery might be, oh no, it's not dead. This one's also refurbished from a man named David in Western New York, according to his eBay handle, WNY Piano Man.
Wow.
This is an iPod, it's the first generation of the iPod Nano in its carabiner little case. This has a new battery as well. So this one will last about a week. maybe a couple weeks in standby, but I charge this one like once every couple days. Um,
That's
but
still
that
pretty
one's
crazy.
yeah, and both Dave and David sent me ones with things wrong with them, and they sent me these real. Oh, I wish I hadn't been playing SSX leading up to this because I could have prepared screenshots. But I messaged them and I was like, "Hey, I really like these iPods, but I think there's something wrong with them because this one the hold button didn't work, and this one the battery wasn't right." And they both were like, "Wow, I'm so sorry. I take this so like they took it so seriously. They turned that shit around. They fixed it. They made it right." I also
Wow.
have these.
Who
Uh,
are they?
these are my other iPod some of my other iPod Nanos. There's a couple more that are still in boxes from the move, and then there's a shrine to my iPods downstairs, which has like 10 of them. Um, this one is great. This was the first refurbished one I got. It's only 2 gigabytes. It's not super practical. Um, this one is the broken one that David sent me. He let me keep it. David. This one got separated from its home, but this one came in the original box and everything. Because there was a while where iPods were really expensive and now they're kind of cheap again. But I don't know. This is really important. It was a really important experience.
Yeah.
My first iPod wasn't even mine, it was my brother's. He had a black iPod Nano. Clearly I'm fixated on it. And I remember he had like the thing that was a dock and then it plugged into your cigarette lighter port, and
Oh yeah, I remember
it went to the radio, and he had to like hold it in with a hair tie. He had like extremely long blonde hair. He's bald now. He deserves it. And he like plugged it in and needed to like fiddle with it and put a hairband around it to get it to work. And then like as soon as it worked, Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys came on, and it was life changing. But I have a lot of music in my iTunes library. Do you use iTunes? Do you still use iTunes?
I use the iTunes on my phone. I recently said fuck Spotify. I can't do this anymore. So I stopped paying for it and stopped using it entirely. But I also have thank you. I also pay for YouTube. I can explain it because I listen to which is a preview for later. I'm going to give a whole presentation about ASMR, but I listen to ASMR every single night, and it's the only way that you can watch YouTube videos without it turning off when you turn your phone screen off.
That's cool. And then you don't have ads, right?
Yeah. And
That's probably better.
I don't use
ASMR.
Anything else.
That's cool. Yeah, Spotify sucks. Spotify's so evil. And also like a lot of the music I like, which we'll get into in our remaining 12 minutes, is not reissued and is not publicly available. And for this reason, what?
7 minutes.
Oh yeah. That's fine. That's plenty. 12 is too much. Yeah, a lot of the music I like is not widely available and is not distributed on platforms like Spotify. So I guess I can show you my iTunes library.
Mary wants to know if you have a shuffle. Just a yes or no.
I do have a shuffle. I have 3 shuffles of the first generation and some of subsequent generations. Yeah, let me know any questions. So I'm gonna share my screen now. I hope this works. I hope it's so intimate. Share computer sound. Okay. So hopefully you can see now my iTunes library. These are my recent imports. This is how much music I have. 32 days, 1,248 albums. So this is where it all lives, but I also have it backed up on 2 hard drives. I have it backed up on my hard drive for my entire computer in a separate partition, and then I also have this little thumb drive in case I get another computer, in case like someone wants to listen to it, any of this music. all of which I've obtained with proper licensing and legality. But um there are some songs I like. I listen to a lot of ABBA lately.
Oh yeah.
This was me and Sophie's song,
Oh, so you can
Girl
play that.
Behavior.
Can you play that?
Yeah, I can play it. I think we'll be able to hear it if I play it too.
Will we get in trouble? Is it like
It's mine, so I made
yeah.
it. So I put this on in the car. We made this, me and Sophie.
Sophie's coming up next.
Yeah, I ask her about Girl Behavior. She'll tell you.
Girl, let's kind of get up and pull it out.
So this is how you listen to a song on iTunes.
You don't have to play the whole thing if you don't want to.
Okay, thanks. Do you like Lana Del Rey? We got a lot of Lana Del Rey demos. They're so bad. She has like one good song out of 75 is like amazing and better than anything else in the world, and then the other 74 are just garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
I went through a big like 50 Cent week where I was only listening to 50 Cent. That was kind of the inspiration for me and Sophie's whole deal. Making that song. I mean, not the other stuff that we do. Gene Clark, I love him. He's cool. He was in my favorite band of all time, The Byrds. Perfect segue. He quit The Byrds because they got really famous. So he founded The Byrds and he wrote all of their best songs. Not David Crosby. He wrote the good ones. And then the Byrds got really famous. And so he started getting panic attacks whenever they would perform. God. Yeah, because it just made him so nervous that they were famous. And then they were like, hey, like we're a famous band now. We should probably tour in the United Kingdom. And he was really afraid of flying, so he quit.
Oh my God.
Isn't that awesome?
That's really awesome.
And then he made like all of this genius solo music. Like this album's incredible. No Other is beautiful. But With the Godson Brothers is my favorite. He made all of this incredible solo music and just refused to promote it. And that's a story from start to finish that resonates deeply with me. So I love him. But I want to go even further back to like when I was legally acquiring a lot of like private press psychedelic rock, because the covers are really great to look at. And there's one part of the library where just like everything's pink.
Mary has like, one more question.
Yeah, what's up?
What colors are the iPod shuffles?
The iPod shuffles are all white. I think they made them in like green and shit in subsequent generations, but I have the earlier ones, so they're white. I have some of the what?
I want to see the pink part of the iTunes where all the albums are pink.
Oh yeah, let me try to find. I think it's like around here. Maybe I was exaggerating a little, but bring this back. Like what's with all just boring pictures and shit now? Like make collages.
Yeah.
Like this is ridiculous. Like look at all these patterns.
Yeah. Albums look so terrible now.
I know. It's like book covers. Book covers are so boring now. It's just like that one font over a painting. This album I'm obsessed with right now, this Flat Earth Society. Maybe I can put something on and talk about it for the remaining minute.
Okay.
That was kind of my plan to begin with, and then I totally got distracted, as is my want. So this band is all teenagers. Is this an okay amount of talking in iTunes?
I think it's a little loud.
I'm gonna make it quieter. That's as quiet as I can go.
All right, just speak up.
Okay. What if I turn it down? Is this better? We don't have a lot of time. So this is teenagers. They had this band called Flat Earth Society. There was a candy company called Wally Co. that made Walico bars, and they held a competition to have this promotion with Sears where they would hire a Battle of the Bands band to make a record and give them all Sears instruments, which I also used to collect. You might be able to see some in the back. And it would be a promotion for the candy bar. And now we're out of time, so you can Google it. Bye, Liz.
Bye. Thank you, Madden. Sophie has entered
Say
the
hi
waiting.
to Sophie. Should I leave now?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Talk to you later. Thank you so much. That ruled. All right.